Because, he wouldn't give us the key for his
Martin
lockers, because it's
Hamish's
not right
locker.
for us to go through their personal belongings.
That's right,
so,
but Sherlock figured it was okay just
A
to...
review
Yeah, we're gonna do it
on
anyway.
rare and
because,
exotic
fuck
plants.
everybody else, he's Sherlock
Martin
Holmes.
Hamish has written several pieces.
Well,
Okay.
good for Martin Hamish.
That's the director, like the guy who calls himself the director or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Mr. General Secretary, recent events unfolding at Kew Gardens oblige me to renew my application for the management position. As I have stated already in my previous letters, I believe that no one is better suited for the post. While Mr. Montague Dunne was alive, I understood your reservation to my suggestion. Your reasons were political, and so I was happy to comply.
That was the wrong one.
Right stick.
Right.
But now the Kew Gardens lie in disorder. How can I stand by and allow it? How can I leave them in the hands of inexperienced people with no motivation? I must urge you to cast your decision as a matter of urgency so that I may devote myself entirely to the noble task ahead and free my mind from this uncertainty.
Uh-huh. So we're just going to steal
Martin
that.
Hamish studied chemistry. Interesting.
Alright.
Is it?
I mean, it makes sense. He's a botanist. He would know some chemistry.
Yeah.
That's an old picture. Oh, that's in the gardens. That's in the tropical area. They're next to that arch.
Whoops.
That's
Father and I, Kew Gardens.
Oh, he's taking that too?
I guess so.
Guess we were done in that locker.
Guess so.
Oh.
Try moving, stepping ahead, Mom. Because chances are there's something on your left that you're hitting, which is why you can't go that way.
Albert's locker.
Maybe if Sherlock's neck turned left or right, but unfortunately he has a bad habit of just staring straight ahead.
Specialist articles on shipyards and ship construction.
But why wouldn't he
Albert
want to look at the
Dunne
other
has a
books?
great passion for shipbuilding.
Well, because
and
you're going to have to
sea.
pull the paper out from him, but you got to use your right bumper. But check a refusal letter, eh?
A rejection letter from the British Royal Naval College.
Sir, it is my regret to inform you that despite your excellent results within our entry examinations, we are unable to invite you into the Royal Navy School. Your father, Mr. Montague Dunne, has expressed his intention to entrust to you the directorship of the Royal Botanical Gardens in Kew, and it is clear that he would not release you for an entire year of naval training. Please accept all our best wishes for your future at Kew Gardens. Yours very faithfully, sure, whatever.
Well, I'm assuming this guy's not happy then that he wasn't allowed to do that.
Well, that's the dead guy's son. We talked to him already. The books that you were looking at earlier. I noticed a piece of paper in there. I was wondering why you couldn't pull it out.
Young Albert, standing with a woman in front of London
that's-
University.
Is Miss White, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe.
I didn't last look at the back of that one. Okay, so there should be one here for Miss White, though, shouldn't? Like,
So there's like 2 lockers?
well, I mean, if there's only 2 employees, check on the other side of the door. Ah, there you go.
There's another one.
I was gonna say there should be one for Miss White because she's,
Miss White's
works
locker.
here, kind of. I think she works here, or she volunteers here, or something. I don't know. Okay, well, let's just go snooping through her jewelry, I guess.
These jewels must be worth a
Why
small
would she have that here?
fortune.
Oh,
Like, that's a weird thing to keep in a locker at a place.
that'll work.
Yeah.
A vanity purse. It is of high quality.
Anyway,
So she's a little on the rich side.
maybe. I don't really remember. You gotta look in it, Mom. That's where all the good stuff is. See? Margaret, we were surprised to receive your letter. How could you think to ask us for money after all of these years that have passed since you left and without any thought of us? You have never shared with us any detail of your success at the university, but you chose to do so now. We suppose you must be ashamed of us, for we are not from the same high class as your new friends. Yes, we are modest people, but you should learn to put your family first, as we at home have always done, and none of us ever compromised the reputation, as it appears you have already with your employer, Mr. Dunne. No, Margaret, it is you who makes us feel ashamed. Oh, shit. Doesn't talk to them and then ask for money after sleeping with the boss. I guess you should have been more
Apparently,
secretive
Miss
about
White
that,
is
Keep
a
your
capable
diploma there.
student.
Do you think they just didn't have a valid reason for you to find out this stuff? Otherwise, so it's like, it's just
A draft of the letter that Miss White sent to her parents.
Well, why would she have a draft of the letter, too? Dear Mother and Father, I'm writing this letter with reluctance to ask for your help. My studies and my housing costs have proven to be more expensive than I had anticipated. I fear, therefore, that I may not be able to manage in the long term. I know that we have had our disagreements in the past, but would you be so heartless as to allow your daughter to fail her studies due to lack of money?
Apparently they would.
I mean, you got a box full of fucking jewelry there that apparently you keep at work, and a fancy purse. The other letter next to the jewelry box.
Oh, I didn't even see it there.
It blends in. Oh my god. Dear Margaret, I know how your financial troubles are overwhelming you at this present time. Please let me reassure you that I could not permit you to remain in such a dilemma. I was born of a wealthy family. I would consider it an honor if you might accept my help. Your devoted servant, Albert. So Albert likes her.
Mm-hmm.
Which is going to be awfully awkward if she slept with his dad. Just saying. Okay. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. I don't think any of those would have anything to do with her family, right?
Nope.
Maybe Albert's ambitions? Because he wanted to apparently go to be in the Navy. But I don't know what that would go with here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we may not, like, none of these may not link up because, like, the little symbol went away. So I don't think any of these go together. Because I think it stays up there if we actually have something that we can put together.
Well, it was still up there when I came out. That's why I clicked on it.
Well, because it was showing you because you got a new one of those.
Oh.
Okay, so we still haven't found Miss White anywhere, but she should be in the building across from this one, I think. Because we searched through here last time. So this room should be clear. There it is. So yeah, the building to the left, I think she's in. Because I think that's where I told you she was before, but it was locked and we couldn't get in there. No, more left. There should be another door further left. Turn your head. There, that one.
Over here?
Yeah, follow the path. Now to your right. That way. Because we haven't been in this building. We went through that one on the right before, but we never were in... Yeah, there's the nursery. So I think she's in here. You could examine that thing in the middle too, by the way. Does that say you can open the window? It does. Oh. Try again. There
We
you
can
go.
see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
Oh, okay. And then what's that thing next to the desk? There looks like an electrical box or something up there.
Yeah, but it's not gonna let me.
No, but you can examine the desk then. Okay, so we got plants, we got...
A thesis
Okay.
written by Martin Hamish.
And we got a glasses case. And picture some... like a fern or something.
A glasses case. It is empty. This area serves as Martin Hamish's office.
Sure. Okay, so he can sit there, and then I'm assuming that that thing will come into play at some point, because it's very weird. Oh, diplomas. Plural. Yeah. Oh shit, there's even some hanging on the side of it.
An award presented to Martin
Best
Hamish
grower,
for
alright.
Best Grower of the Year.
And outstanding research.
A master's
alright.
degree diploma. It belongs to Martin Hamish.
It's a lot. I guess, so that stuff in there is probably awards and not diplomas.
These young plants must be delicate if they are kept in
Well,
the nursery.
yeah, I mean, not all of them can be hardy. Okay, bunch of... So is like this whole thing his office, or just that? I would imagine not if it's a nursery. You'd think that he would have... Well, I guess also the guy that ran this place didn't actually like him.
What should we do
and it's
next,
only him that calls
Holmes?
himself the
Oh,
deputy
shut up, Watson.
director.
I want to talk to you.
It's not very nice.
That's it?
No, there's another door on your left. Keep going. In the corner. There you go. I know she's in here somewhere. I'm reasonably certain that she's in here somewhere anyway. Could be wrong, but... Oh, there's a bust. of Mr. Dunne. What was his first name?
It is a bust
Montague,
of
that's
Montague Dunne.
Oh. Oh, wasn't... No. Did we find, like, a chip off of something like this, right?
Yeah.
I don't see a chip on this thing, though. Maybe on, like, the top of his head? No? Oh, right there, on the left.
Oh.
You're gonna have to rotate it a bit more, I think. Oh, God. How the hell did we
Oh,
miss
big
that
jump.
before?
I am curious if the marble that we found will fit
I mean, it
this
sure looks like
place.
it would. Oh, I think you have to move it into place.
Move what?
The chunk, it put it on there. You have to left
Where
stick.
is it? Oh,
It's
right there.
Hey.
Here it is.
Yep.
The marble fragment that we found in the Colonial Collection Room is what they have in common.
So what, somebody hit him over the head with that thing?
It's White did it.
Hmm?
Oh.
Did you say his wife did it?
No. I said I think Mrs. White did it.
Oh. Where are you going? That's where you came
To
from.
the door.
That's where you came
Oh.
from. You need... Yeah, that one.
Oh, well, it confused me because the box was gone.
Yeah, I understand. I didn't realize that until after you started walking back towards it.
This is the room we were in.
Oh, well... Like you
You're a
said,
turd.
like you said, the box was gone.
No, the box was gone.
Well, it was weird. Oh, no, it's right
No,
there.
It's there. I was sure it was gone.
Yeah. Okay, well, anyway, box still there, apparently.
The
got some
seeds
new
of plant
seeds.
species are
She's fucking
stored
not in this room
here.
either. Check more to your left. Like,
well.
well, scan the room. Just to see if she's not
Nobody
here.
in here.
Son of a bitch. Well, there's another door. But, I mean, I don't know where... I don't think this building is that long. I'm pretty sure that other door will lead out.
So apparently, the new seeds was all we could look.
Guess so.
These are obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, and sure enough, we're back outside. Well,
What's in there?
oh, seed storage. Maybe that's where she was.
Open.
Yep, there she is. That one wasn't even locked. Isn't that why he gave us the key? I guess it would have been weird if she was in there with a locked
We are
door.
unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room.
Oh, wait, you could also... Okay. Oh, and she has a
Materials
book
for
from
college
Albert.
study. They belong to Albert.
And a picture of a boat. He was in the Navy, or he wanted to be in the Navy.
These leather gloves are new and of good quality. They do not
Alright.
appear to have been used. This place serves as Albert's
Sure.
office.
Oh, what about the... Yeah.
A book about ships. Nothing at all to do with plants.
You know, he did apparently apply to be in the Navy. Can I look up? No, let's go back to where you were. Look up, because you could... at the ventilation thing. It showed... There it is.
This is one of the outlets of the ventilation system.
Apparently that was it. Okay. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot to examine, considering the size of the area that they let you walk around. I mean, I feel like a lot of these aren't even clues. They're just like little tidbits about the stuff. What's all that crap hanging on the wall? Or is that just seed packets?
Yeah.
Huh. Buster's outside. Yeah. Yay. Okay, apparently this room is not interesting in the slightest. Sherlock was flying again, you see that?
Good day to you, miss. You have some very beautiful plants here.
Why, thank you, sir. And good day to you, too. But
Oh, I do beg your pardon. My name is Dr. John Watson. This is my good friend, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
I am honored to make your acquaintance, gentlemen. My name is Margaret White. Excuse me, but are you Sherlock Holmes, the great detective?
Yes, I am he.
I mean, how many people
What
would
a
have
pleasure to see you here at Kew Gardens. Are you working on a case?
X first. Okay. Something about expensive,
Yeah, the brooch.
probably. Oh, guess not.
Or dress.
Oh, expensive perfume, apparently. I can't read the other ones. It's blended into her face too well. Poor family. And unmarried. That's all I got. I don't know how you would see poor family from here. Oh, okay, there you go. And I'm pretty sure the last one is unmarried. It's gonna keep doing that. Okay, no. Okay, stop. I said it said unmarried.
Oh.
I mean, there's only one way to tell that. And I mean, even that isn't really all that accurate, but you know. For the purpose, well, you gotta rotate it around. For some reason. So that you're not on the pink marks, I guess. Okay, that should be. There you go. Alright.
Yes, a theft of plants that took place here a few days ago after their most recent exhibition.
Oh, yes, of course. I quite forgot about that.
Okay.
Oh, it's quite understandable that you might forget about the theft of the plants, miss, after the tragedy that took place here.
Yes. The director was a truly good man. It is such a terrible misfortune.
Oh, shit.
Would you happen to know why part of the colonial collection was cleared?
No, I have never been there.
Do you work here?
Part-time only. I am a biology student at the London University. I attend the same classes as the son of Mr. Montague Dunne. That is how I found my chance to work here for part of my thesis, you see. It is a great honor.
How well did you know Mr. Montague Dunne?
He was a master, a great leader. I saw him almost as a spiritual father.
He had an exceptional nature?
Oh yes, indeed. He was always so active and so optimistic and very nice to me. Although he could behave harshly towards his son.
Why so?
He loved his son dearly and wanted the very best for him. It made him extremely demanding. Albert, who is naturally shy, suffered because of it.
Most of the doors in Kew Gardens are locked. Do you have a key to this room?
Oh, yes. Albert gave me a set of duplicate keys. He agreed I might carry out my studies without disturbing him. It is only temporary.
Thank you, miss.
Alright.
None of
So
the
do you
three
think she
people
did it?
who work at Kew Gardens
Not the murder. Do you
know
think she
why
slept with him?
half of the colonial collection was cleared.
With the guy that died
So,
or his son?
The guy who died.
Someone is lying. It is obvious.
I mean, her parents seem to think so. But she didn't really give off anything like that. Okay. So apparently we didn't pick up any more clues. Do you think we need to go and talk to the other guys about stuff that we found?
Who?
Like Albert and about all the Navy stuff.
Where's Albert?
He was at the other end. Like, go back. He was at, like, the far end of that building you're looking at. Watson's all up in your grill there. So, yeah, if you... Yeah. I think that's where he was. And
Walk
then-
slower, Sherlock. Walk slower. Come on!
I don't know about the other guy, though. I think he was, like, right out here, wasn't he? Yeah. So you can check him and then go to the left to see if the... Because I don't know if we'd have anything to talk about with this guy besides the fact that they won't give him the position or whatever that he wants. But I imagine that we can talk to Albert about, like, the Navy stuff. I don't think you're allowed to walk on his flowers, Mom. You gotta go behind
What
him.
was it? Was that acorn in the path?
Oh,
Big old...
a big acorn? Yeah, it wasn't like a little barrel or something.
No, it looked like a big old sculpture of an acorn.
What is your opinion of Albert as a student of botany?
He's useless. I often tell him so, and I can only give him cleaning tasks. Botany is not his life's work, and his father well knew it. He was furious about it.
He was.
Oh, yes. He forced his son to work here, and he never missed an opportunity to criticize him publicly.
Are you able to elaborate on that?
Well, for example, with our last exhibition here, Mr. Dunne had Albert make a presentation speech. But then, while the lad was speaking, Mr. Dunne interrupted him, asking him difficult questions, making him look like a failure. It was with the intention of making a fool of him, Mr. Holmes.
That must have been terribly humiliating.
Yes, he was crushed, and he had to leave. Everybody was making fun of poor Albert. That is, except for Miss Margaret White, who is such a nice lady and who always takes pity on Albert.
His dad really sounds like a prick.
You mentioned a Miss White. Would you tell us more about her?
She is a student who works here part-time. She is quite charming indeed. She possesses a great talent for botany. You should take a look at some of her experiments that she carried out in the laboratory. Ah, if only she were not so naive.
Why naive?
The way she used to flutter around Mr. Montague Dunne. And he couldn't help but be flattered by all her attention. How could an intelligent woman such as Miss White not see through his game? I can only scratch my head and wonder.
Mr. Hamish, was someone from your family connected with Kew Gardens?
Family? No. I'm the only one with a passion for botany.
Oh. I guess the photograph of him and his dad, eh? Because I don't know anything else that would...
I do not think so. This photograph of you and your father at Kew Gardens suggests the opposite.
But you have no right to.
Do tell us more about your father.
He was, indeed, the greatest botanist of his time in the British Empire. He worked together with Montague Dunne until the end of his life. He brought me in at the age of 12.
Did he get on well with Mr. Dunne?
No, I couldn't say that. They expanded Kew Gardens together, that was all. And it was all my father's work, for Dunne always lived the high life.
So Mr. Dunne was not helping your father?
Oh, yes, he provided the financial support. And as far as he was concerned, that fulfilled his role. But the worst of it was, he declared himself as the master of Kew Gardens. Fame meant nothing to my father, so it was easy for Mr. Dunne to take all the credit.
One of those people.
There is a bust of Montague Dunne in the nursery.
A bust? Oh, that old thing. Further proof of that outrageous ego of his.
But why in that room in particular?
Oh, I don't know. It has always been there.
Yeah, I would assume that the fragment... Yeah.
It is strange, because I recovered a fragment of the bust inside the Colonial Collection Room.
Really? Oh, well, so I am mistaken. It ought to have been removed during the cleanup. This room is so small.
Do you know who moved it?
I have no idea. Surely Mr. Dunne requested it. Do you have any more questions like this? Because fragments of rock are not my responsibility.
Evidently. Thank you, Mr. Hamish.
Okay.
We shall continue our investigation.
Alright, so then, yeah, Albert, I think, is right through that door. Or maybe the door after it, I don't know. Because he was up on that ladder, wasn't he? Oh, there he is. He's not on the ladder anymore, but thankfully he hasn't ran away. Oh. Oh, well, not too many questions.
I
for him.
perceive that you are passionate about the Royal Navy.
Passionate? No, not really. I like ships, that is all.
Are you quite sure? You do not seem to be so interested in plants.
It's difficult, that's all. My future is here.
Get ready.
It's never been about anything else.
Really? Just his hopes, I guess. I was gonna, you would assume that rejection letter would be the
And
evidence.
yet
But
I know that the Royal Naval College rejected your application.
Ah, you truly are as clever as they say. Yes, that's correct. And in fact, my father was strongly against the idea. He did his best to ruin my plans, although I almost did succeed. But my dreams were shattered, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, young man.
that was it.
We shall
Alright,
see
well,
you
I guess
again
let's see if
soon.
we can put any of these clues together. the symbol went away again, but... Alright, so... the new director in Hamish's anger, maybe? I don't know. Are you going to do anything, or just sit there and stare at it? Because, I mean, odds are he's... Aha. Okay, let's go back to your clues, though. Okay, what about that and... Well, I guess poisoning would be within the realm of her studies, no? Okay. Then, okay, so we have nothing to link with that. What about Albert's ambition and humiliation? Hey, we got that one. And what about the poisoning and Dunne was trapped? Did we try that one already?
I don't know.
Okay. I don't think any of the rest of those would go together, do you? I mean, you can try them, but I don't think... Okay, so that one definitely doesn't. Alright, so let's see what these are probably going to give us more things to investigate then.
This one first?
That doesn't matter. So Martin Hamish had a motive. He believed that he and his father's lives had been ruined by Dunne, who had taken the credit for all of their work. Hamish wished to take over the directorship of Kew Gardens, but he knew that would not be possible with Dunne still alive. Okay. After being trapped in the Colonial Collection Room by the killer, Monatgue Dunne was affected by inhaling a virulent vegetal poison. Okay. And last but not least... Albert had a motive to kill his father. Monatgue Dunne had thwarted Albert's dream of joining the Royal Navy by killing his father. Albert could have his revenge, eventually succeed in his father's place as the director of Kew Gardens.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit X or whatever, brings up your journal, see what it tells us. Maybe it has, maybe we're forgetting something. Oh, yeah. Because we'll need evidence. Oh, okay, holy shit. So we can, well, I mean, we know what the use for the keys are. But we have 3 different things to look up back at Baker's Street. And then what about your like, check mark symbol there? Inspect staff buildings and gather information. Okay, apparently we're not done that yet. Oh, and we also, yeah, use Toby.
We're not done what?
Well, it says inspect Kew Gardens staff buildings and gather information, but we went through all the buildings now. No idea. Oh, was there a shed in the... No, there wasn't, right? There was a nice shed in the back somewhere.
I didn't see one.
Okay. Well, you know what? Screw it. We'll go back to Baker Street and do that stuff then.
Watson, move!
Mom, you just do it from your journal. Remember?
No, I was just coming out here to see if there was.
No, I meant like way out back, like the other end, but I don't think so. Oh, I know. Just go check the map.
Oh, yes.
I keep forgetting that there's a map to this one. It's the only area in this game, I think, that has a map. Or at least it's been the only one so far. Okay, so the cloak room, the director's office, the lab, and the reserve. Okay, so we were in the nursery, the seed house. We've been in all of this stuff. We've been everywhere then. Oh. Directors. I don't think we were in the director's office.
Where's that?
Well, it should be like exit out of here. It should be just to your right. Because we were in the cloakroom. We were in the lab. Like that door right there, I don't think we were in. Yeah. See, it's still locked. Oh, there we go. Once Sherlock figures out how to open it, or how to use a door. Oh. Are we going to have to do that?
Damn it.
Hey, it's all you. It's just the triggers. Triggers, not bumpers. Are you hearing something? No? Well, maybe you'll get a vibration or something. I don't know how this one
It's all, they're all just making the same noise right now.
Okay. Anything?
Yeah, just the same noise.
Okay, well, I mean, there's got to be something to it. I mean, maybe we need like a specific code or something. You got anything?
Nothing. It's just making the
Okay, well, exit out and we'll look around the room
Jeez,
first.
listen.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if
Okay,
we can
let's
hear
see.
anything.
Nope, that sounds all the same. Okay, just exit out and we'll look for, maybe there'll be a clue in the room of how the fuck we're supposed to do that. Yes. What a weird looking, what a weird safe. I mean, there's got to be some clue as to how to open it, but like there's going to be like a picture or a drawing or something with a bunch of numbers that'll get us, so that we know when to stop or
Newspapers
something.
discussing Kew Gardens.
Oh, God. The Kew Gardens team are pleased to announce the successful production of a new variety of barley, one that retains a complete resistance to the cold. They have named it the Siberian barley. Mr. Martin Hamish, the proud cultivator of the graft, will hold a press conference next Monday morning upon this very subject. Okay. I think that's what that award or whatever we found was for.
Maybe.
Although I feel like since he already has the award and everything, that is probably for something else. There's a letter next to the hat. It looks like. You know, like in between all the crap there. Yeah. My dearest Margaret, following our last conversation, I believe it might be better if you vacate your position here at Kew Gardens. Ooh. As you pointed out quite bluntly, you are no longer in need of my support. You are quite able to stand up for yourself in this world, as you say. Well, I give you back your freedom and wish you nothing but good luck. Okay, so she got what she wanted and told him to fuck off. Yeah, shocking. I mean, I feel like based on that letter, that kind of eliminates a reason for her to kill him because it... Oh, wait, there was something on the shelves. When you look that way. Careful. Oh, down a bit. There.
A photograph of Montague Dunne and Reynold Hamish.
Ooh. Okay. So nothing else on the bookshelf. What about the other side of the room? For some... No. Check the other side of the room. Where are you going? Well, turn your stick! Like... Oh, God. A picture of himself.
Well, of course.
I'm assuming that's him. I don't remember what his body looked like.
Dude, you gonna go back and... Boy!
Champagne. Montague Dunne had good
A
taste.
lot of it.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of the same one. Okay, well, there's got to be more then. The decanter, maybe?
French wine. A remarkable
French
vintage.
wine.
Oh, is there wine in that decanter?
I don't know why it got the yuck in the bottom too.
No, it just like has you clicked on the decanter and it said that it was French wine. It's weird that he got that from the decanter, not the bottle with the label on it. I mean, there's got to be something with that thing, right? Like, there's got to be some indication of how the fuck to get into that thing. Like, but there's nothing else in the room, right? Like, nothing else. Because there's the picture of him. He has a lot of fucking shoes here for some reason. Like, Jesus Christ. You have a shoe depending on what building he's going to.
Maybe.
And then the mirror's covered up for some reason. I mean, there's got to be something with the safe then. There's got to be something with that. Open up your journal again. Go to your evidence. Okay, now just look through those for me. Keep it. Cleaning lies. Yeah. Okay. No, that doesn't help. That doesn't help. Okay. I feel like none of these are actually going to help. I was hoping that there would be something that maybe we had. What's that top one that we need to research? Like straight up at the top? Because those two things are the broken pods. But what is that? Oh, the list of stolen plans. I don't know. Because, yeah, you went through all of them. It all
Did I
sounded...
break the safe?
How would you have broke the safe? I mean, there's got to be something where it's like you pause on it and then go to the next one, pause on it, you go to the next one, pause on it, and then it opens. But there didn't seem to be any, like, sound cue as to when to pause, right? Because otherwise it would... Like, I don't know. It's very weird. It's a very, very weird... See, though, the fact that it says that you can skip that one makes it seem... Well, I guess maybe you could technically just guess it, but... It's weird that they would let you skip it without...
But there's really...
Well, you can always go back to Baker Street and just look or research the stuff. Maybe that'll come into play later. Maybe we're not actually supposed to know what's up with it yet. Who knows? Because, yeah, I've never seen a safe like that before. It would probably take us all day to freaking guess the combination for it. Ah, he actually has the right pictures in his book. Impressive. There we go. Also, why did Watson question Miss White? You notice that Sherlock didn't
He
question?
likes to question the women.
Apparently. Doesn't trust Sherlock.
Well, Sherlock's blunt, you know, to the point.
You gonna see what mail you got.
Apparently.
Dear Mr. Holmes, I have finally found the courage to write you a letter. I can scarcely find the words to express my gratitude for your kindness. On that terrible day, I believed my life to be ruined, but at the same time, I realized there to be one person in the world who truly loved me and who I loved in return. His name we both know. He is Captain Jack Crocker. His love has given me true reason to live, even if we cannot be together in the end. None of this could have happened without you, Mr. Holmes. So that's how the end of our last case turned out. Okay, so we have what,
This
three
is where
things.
I keep my post.
You gotta look
This
at
is
the
where
books
I
now,
keep my post.
not at the letters.
Whoa.
Well, stop. Use the right stick instead of the left. There you go. So we need to search for rare botany plants. What is all this? Just stop being whatever you're doing, computer. Okay, so probably not in research. Well, maybe. Your triggers will take you through different categories of research, by the way. Hemlock seeds.
Oh, that's poisonous.
Well, it's
That
under
is not
poisons
the
and
one I
toxins. All
need.
toxins, all this is. I don't think that this will be specifically what we need, though. I think we need a more generalized botany one.
Gunshot wounds.
Yeah. Well, why'd you exit out?
I don't know.
Well, go back in. What are you doing? Where are you going?
Wow.
Holy shit. Okay, so was that all of your research categories that you had?
Yeah. So which way do I go now?
Well, if that was all of your triggers, then you can use the bumpers to switch. Okay, well, I don't think it would be under newspapers. Maybe, because I think, right bumper again. Because I think we have, yeah, encyclopedias. So see if there's a botany one in there. Because, like... oh, there you go. Botany. Exotic plants. Poisonous.
Here it is.
There it is. Where'd you take it, Holmes?
Well, I mean, he probably looked at it and then put it away, but you still have two more things to research.
Oh. Okay.
So which one are you looking for this time? I missed what you put up. The symbol on the broken pot, okay. I don't know where we would find that. I mean, guess maybe in art and architecture? Oh, I guess it says right there. Fuck. The glyph means divine. Alright. Antique art, British architects, none of that sounds like it would work. Economics, technology, doesn't sound right. History? Symbol on broke flower pot in the
Is it
basket.
Egyptian?
It doesn't. It'd say all it says. It looks Asian to me.
That is not the one I need.
Yeah, bite me.
Cocaine toothache drops. Great. Oh, wait. Okay, now go do the Exotic Plants Volume 4. Oh, I guess it won't bring it up, though, for you, will it?
That's the one we just did.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping that it would, like, give me a readout of what it said. Okay, I don't think it's going to be in
That's it.
encyclopedias then, if we're looking.
So exit or what? No.
Left bumper. Because I imagine we'd have to go back to research, maybe? Because I don't know why we would find that in the newspapers. Usually if it's in the newspapers, it at least gives us a year to look. Or something, so... Poisons and toxins. Well, okay, so do we have anything that says divine in it? Doesn't. Oh wait, martial arts. Okay, maybe not. Oh wait, what about Sedate and Kill Volume 2? I mean, that sounds
That is not the
applicable.
one I need.
Guess not. Oh, there you go, the Divine Syndicate. The members of this syndicate worship Truin, the God King. They strive to obtain spiritual peace and release themselves from the material world, so generous donations are appreciated. Sure.
Here it is. The Divine Syndicate is not a supplier to Kew Gardens. Besides, there is no address here.
Okay. So we have one more thing to look up then. Because now we have to find the other symbol. Are you not going to give us a hint of where the fuck we're supposed to look for this one? Oh, maybe look for like stolen flower pots. Maybe like somebody from the Kew Gardens went and stole a bunch of flower pots. Or something. I don't know. Oh look, Jack the Ripper. Naval Defense Act. Oh wait, back up one. Scandal at the Divine Syndicate. Didn't we just read about them?
That is not
No,
the one I
apparently not.
need.
Apparently it's not important. Hey, look, the picture of Dorian Gray. We have that book. Okay. Dalton Gang. Sherlock Holmes. Rocket Gibraltar. Malaria. Uganda. Okay, apparently it's not newspapers, so it's got to be in research or encyclopedias, but... fucked if I know. I mean, what could it like? All it gives us is that the pots didn't belong there. It doesn't tell us anything. Like, really? Try them again. No?
That is not the one I need.
What about religious symbols? I doubt it, but you know.
That
Yeah, I
is
didn't
not
think
the
so.
one I need.
Well. Oh, London Garden Supplies. What? I was on the right page. We are a premium supplier for all your landscape, gardening, and timber requirements. Full range supply and delivery of sand, soils, mulches, pots, and anything else you may need. So that's where they got it from.
Here it is.
Here it is.
Alright, so now check your journal. Not that one. Not, yeah. Well, obviously you know not that one. But check, like, your, clues and whatnot again. Just seeing, because maybe it'll... Oh, it actually tells us what souvenirs we kept. Alright. Almost there. Keep going. One more. Okay, so we're done with our evidence. So go back to your tasks, or over to your tasks, I guess. Okay, find the stone plants, find the plant. Oh, Toby. That's right. We get to take Toby to the plants to track a scent. He should still be under the window or maybe on the couch or something. He does move around a little bit during these, but I don't know how much.
Oh, Toby.
Oh, he's under the window. Ooh. No, Watson, I hope you're not looking at what we see when we
Come
look
on,
through
Toby.
there.
We have some work for you to do. Let us go to Kew Gardens.
Okay.
Alright. Let us away. I happy when we get to place the dog again.
Yeah. Because he walks slower than home.
Yell. Well, I mean, look at him. And he's tracking at the same time. Come on. You really think that little punch monster there is going to move fast? I do like how they change up the loading screen at least. Makes it a little less boring. Although I still wonder why this game needs quite as long loading screens as it has. Like, there's more intensive games out there that doesn't take this long to load. Although they usually have like a really long start. Oh, you're good, finally. So, you think we should take a crack at the safe again while we're here?
Why? What did we learn?
Fuck to find out. The fact that you could skip it means you got to be able to get in there. And it still says that you need to investigate the staff buildings. That's the last thing that we
of this mysterious substance.
Like, that's the only thing in any of the buildings that we haven't got into yet.
Search, Toby.
There has to be something that tells us how to open it somewhere.
But I thought we were in the staff building. That's where the lockers were.
Yeah, that's where the lockers were, and that's where that was. But, I mean, we still need to figure out how to open the safe.
I don't have a set drill.
Well, there it
Oh,
is.
there it is.
It's going out the door. If you hit A, does it just open? Or if you look up, maybe? No? No, did I say? Maybe the trail's going... Oh, there he is. There you go. Are you gonna look where you're going?
Yeah.
To see if you're actually there it is. I like how the scent trail even like moves, so it's like you need to go this way. It's not just like floating there. Oh my god. Games and they're not letting you... Any game that doesn't have a sprint button fucking blows. Well, I guess not any of them. Not all of them. But most games that don't have a sprint button blows. Because the main character usually ends up moving, well, about this slow. Well, you know what? Maybe we won't need to follow as many scent trails as we did in the last case. Where we had to follow like 4 of them.
Oh my god.
There's a long path of this, whoever... What are we even following the scent trail for? I don't even know what we're looking for with him. Oh my god, are you kidding me? The person walked all the way around all this shit? He didn't just walk through it? Oh.
Whoa, Toby.
Congratulations, Toby.
Oh,
now
okay.
let us see what you have found.
Zoom in on his face, sure, why not? Right stick, Mom. I think you're standing right where you need to be. Turn. There. He found a bottle of some shit. And how much you want to bet we're going to have to take this back and examine what's inside?
It was buried here.
No, you can rotate it. And I imagine you'll have to click on the stuff in it to examine it. Oh. Oh. Almost. Just the left stick, Mom. Just try and actually get it on. There you go.
There is still some liquid remaining in the bottle.
With gold flakes.
Gold flakes. A tiny caterpillar. Not surprising to see one in a garden, but at the bottom of a
Okay.
bottle.
It's like the tequila bottle. Have a word.
Maybe. Okay, go back to the safe, because we're going to have to probably investigate that back into the thing. And I want to try and crack this safe. Because it's annoying me now that... Because there's got to be something. Maybe we missed something else. Maybe it wasn't sound. Maybe the dials changed when we went around them or something. I don't know. Just saying, there's got to be something. So start spinning it.
Those are all the same symbol?
Well, they're all just like little dots, yeah.
No, I mean on the spinny thing.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it looks like it. Just go slow. We'll see. We'll go this way, and then if that doesn't work, we'll go the other way and see if anything else changes. Because like I said, there's got to be something on here. Like, something has to change. Because otherwise we would have found a clue by now. Because we examined all these buildings. We went through them all. We went through everybody's personal stuff.
You think one of them would stay up or
something,
stay
right?
down?
Okay, I'm going to try going the other way.
I already did this.
Yeah, but... Oh, see, look it. It stayed up.
Did it?
Yeah. Well, go back the other way then. Okay, so go one more. Okay, now go 2 left. Okay, now go back to the right until they start staying up or something. Well, I guess until there. So go 2 left, 2 right, and then I'm assuming go back left. That's why we missed it last time. You went too far. But that's why we missed it last time, is because it's the first 2. Where are you going? From the top, go 2 left. And now go to the right. 1 more. Okay, now go left again. Until they start staying, or until they fall down again. And then we'll know. Okay. So now you got it. This will take a long time, by the way. Because you got to do it. So make your cursor go back up to the top. Okay, now go 2, no, left. There, now go to the right. 1 more. Now go left again. And put 3 more up. And then go right. And I'm assuming put 3 more up on it. There, now go left. I'm just going to assume that it's going to keep going up by 1, so I guess 4. I don't know. Excuse me. What? I mean, hey, we got it, though. Assuming this works. Yep, alright. Well, I mean, then it's probably 5. I was going to say that before, because there was like 1 left, and it wouldn't have made much sense, but...
You get over here.
No, 2. There you go. And then 3 more on the
I
left.
know.
Okay. Ugh. And then I guess we'll just do 5 on the left and then back around, I guess. I don't know. Because, I mean, 4 definitely
How
stayed
many
up.
we got left?
We have 5 left on each side. That's why I'm assuming then that we put 5 and then go all the way back around. Because it makes the most sense, because it's been keeping even so far. Hey! I mean, if the first one hadn't been 2, we probably would have got it. But it was just so freaking close to the beginning that we never noticed that they stayed up. My dear friend, please allow me to express my disappointment upon reading your last letter. I am paying you to defend me, not to accuse me. Kew Gardens is a royal institution. We are granted the great opportunity to travel the world and to save the most extraordinary, precious, and rare species of plants. Our duty is to protect such species and from those who might... That's not right? And from those who might wish to use them for dubious purpose. This divine syndicate of whom you speak have no right to hold such precious plants. Remember the case of June 14th, 1889. So I must respectfully ask you once again to notarize the permissions of these plants on behalf of Kew Gardens. The documents were sent to you on Monday. P.S. See you in Boodles on Tuesday as always. I'm assuming Boodles is a pub.
Maybe.
So that Divine Syndicate people were apparently holding some rare plants, and he didn't trust them not to wreck them or something. Oh, and okay. Mr. Dunne, we must... Oh, that's the Syndicate people. We must ask you for the last time for the return of our dear sisters. You do not have any right to hold them in prison. They do not belong to you. Your so-called permissions are wholly false. You are hiding behind lies. The lie, we need not elaborate, that was reported in the press as the case of June 14th, 1889. We're going to have to look that up. What you have done is quite abhorrent. Be very sure that we shall never abandon our family members. We trust you and regret having done so. They're really weird about their plants.
I was gonna say, so they.
Like, I can understand, like, liking your plants, but family
I
members,
suggest
come
that we
on.
don't
I'll
tell
put a
Miss
dog as
Margaret
family
White
member. I
about
don't
this
think I'd ever put a
document.
plant as one. That Miss Margaret White to Mr. Montague Dunne. Rental of a suite of rooms at Oxford Street. She needs a suite. An educational scholarship at the London University. Credits opened at Hamilton. Don't know what that is. Radigan House Tailors and at Baird & Sons Luxury Jewelers. Sure. Because that makes sense. Because you need a tailor and
Well, that
a
explains
luxury
where she got all the
yeah.
jewelry.
Still doesn't explain why she keeps them in her
Locker at work?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so more archives for the case or whatever, and then we gotta examine that. Because I don't think anything that we found in there would have opened up any dialogue. God. What are you doing with your controller there?
Oh!
Okay, now try. There you go. Fuck.
I'm tired, leave me alone.
Well, that's fine. We're almost done anyway. We'll find the case because we know it's in the newspapers, and then that'll be close enough to be done. We're almost at an hour anyway. We're making progress. I said this would be a long one, and this is the third part in this one? Or is this only the second part in this
Third.
one? Is it third? Hey, continue. You're good. Thankfully, it doesn't take as long to load Baker Street. Okay. So what was it? It was 1889, right? Yeah. Alright. You gotta trigger your way over to the... Yeah. The member of the Divine Syndicate pressed to play against Q Guards and mentioned an old case that has been published in the newspapers as the case, let me went too far, 1889. See, I told you we'd have to come back to it. The scandal at the Divine Syndicate. The Divine Syndicate Club, followers of the god King Trewon, situated on 48 Grosvenor Street, Carlton Road, protectors of plants and more particularly trees, are currently the subject of an administrative investigation. The leaders of this organization are suspected of financial malfeasance. Okay, it may be that this investigation will lead to charges of judiciary. That's okay. Meanwhile, many voices have risen high against this inspection, denouncing the state. In fact, this private organization, which has given as its goal the defense and protection of nature, and which incorporates many persons of influence, including political representatives of the opposition party. Sure. That didn't really tell us a whole lot about the case, but sure.
Here it is.
So they really like their nature.
And here is the Divine Syndicate's address.
Oh, and we got an
Perfect.
address.
It is
Oh,
time
shit, we
to
actually
find
gotta
out
get to
what
go
they
visit
have
them, apparently.
against Montague Dunne.
Alright, but that'll be it for this part. So next part, I guess we'll start by investigating whatever the crap was in the bottle. And then we'll go visit some crazy hippies.
Awesome.
Yeah. So thanks everybody for watching, and we will see you next time.